Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from today. My name is Ty and this is Time Traveler. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're going to do something I've only done once before with the proper measurements. And I've just spent the last 45 minutes doing candle math and then checking it frontwards and backwards, and I'm hoping that it'll get easier as it goes because I suck at math, and I'm doing the best I can. So I just wanted to take you along. I'm getting ready to make a batch of small jars, 4-ounce candles, and I'm going to make 4 larger 10-ounce candles. These are testers, and I just wanted to take you along for the ride. I pass these out to friends, and they tell me if they like them, how they burn. I teach them that you have to trim the wick each and every single time you burn your candle for 3 to 4 hours. You have to trim the wick once it's cooled down to a 1/4 inch so that the flame isn't dangerous, so the jar doesn't overheat and crack. Anyway, so we're going to get started here. I just wanted to introduce you to what's happening today. And I'm new to this, so I'm probably, it's a possibility for mistakes. And, mistakes are how you grow, mistakes are how you learn. And so I'm going to do my very, very best and see how it goes. And I thank you for coming along. If this is something you enjoy, please hit the like button, subscribe, share with a friend. I am calling out Wade Thomas at Black Tie Barn Candles because I have been binge watching all of his videos on how to do this. Also Erica Marie Morris from Memory Box Candles, who gave me the formula for the candle math. And so hopefully this is going to work. We'll find out. All right, so I have my wax here in a double boiler, and it's melting, and it's getting close to being ready to go. And I've got a infrared gun here, if I can remember how to use it. Of course, I have no idea. That's all right. Wax isn't fully melted yet. I've got a couple minutes that I can figure this good stuff out. Give me a minute. Okay, so I feel like an uber goober here. All I had to do was push the trigger button, and it's at 171 degrees. It needs to be 185. Today I'm making a coffee candle. You either love or you hate coffee. Most people I know, or at least the people that I want to know, enjoy coffee and find that it's, it's an important part of their morning routine. Now, I can't drink caffeine because I also do watercolors and other things that require fine motor skills, and caffeine makes my hands shake. And so when you're trying to paint a stem of a flower in watercolor, it makes it really, really difficult when you've got an earthquake going on down your arm. And so I enjoy the flavor. When I was a little girl, my mother used to buy these candies called coffee nips, and that's where I developed my love for coffee. And I still love it, but I don't always enjoy the jitters and the bluzzy internal feelings that it gives. So I still use my mocha pot, but I have Lavazza, which is an Italian made coffee, and they're decaffeinated. So it's called Lavazza Dec meaning decaffeinated. And anyway, so I'm going to give this a little bit longer to melt, and then we'll put in the fragrance oil. All right, so right now I'm going to take these wick stickers, peel them off. And this is a wick centering tool. Put the wick stickers on there. And you peel the little tab off. And you take it and you drop it down into the center. Press on it really good. And voila! There is your wick. I'm going to do these candles, 2 with the regular wick. Put the wicks away so I don't remember what size they are, but that's all right. Anyway, I'm going to get 2 with a regular wick, and then I'm going to do 2. And these are test candles. These are not candles that I would be selling. They're for me to test to see if the candles are overwicked or underwicked. You know, if they're overwicked, the flame's too tall and the wax melts too fast and it's just not a good balance. And so, and if they're underwicked, then they don't burn well and they hang up on the sides and do all kinds of strange things. So this is all a learning experience for me. We've got these little wick clips, these little metal pieces that go on the bottom of these wood wicks. Push them down really good to make sure they adhere really well. I like pouring in these aluminum tin pans because that way if I make a mess, it's contained. And then I usually try to cover the tops of them. I wiped all these out with alcohol to get all the dust out to make sure that the wick stickers adhere really, really well. All right. Let's check the temperature here on the pot of wax. Let's see if we're at the proper temperature. We're close. It's 181. Needs to be 185. 183. Longer, a little bit longer, and it should be done. All right, so I don't know if you can see these down here, right here. These are the 5 little jars. These are the first jars that I did when I started testing, and I made candles and I passed them out to a few friends, and so far I'm getting really, really good results from them, but these are the first batch, or the second batch actually. This is one of the first candles that I made. It's just a little bitty one, but oh, it smells so good. It's rosemary sage, and come with these nice black lids. They've got stickers on them to protect them from fingerprints and scratches. I'm going to get this out. This is a piston something or other. I don't know. It's how I'm going to pour the wax because I have a shoulder injury that when I'm pouring things and I get up to a certain level, my shoulder will pop. And when it pops, my arm jerks, and so that's kind of funky when you've got hot wax going on. So I decided that this piston pouring funnel was going to be what I needed to help do a good job. So we're raining outside today. I don't know if you can hear it. I have a metal roof. All right, let's see what the candle wax says here. Almost. One more degree, and then we're good to go. So I'm going to put these gloves on, just because if I get wax on my hands, the gloves will peel off quickly. Take the wax with it. Also, the fragrance oils are pretty pungent, and I don't really, it's not that I mind the smell of coffee, because I absolutely do not, but maybe I don't want to wear it like always. So anyway, all right, let me see if I can adjust this a little bit better. And we're going to check the temperature again. Oh, yep, it's hot enough now. 187, turn the burner off. Let's set this over here on this silicone pad. And I'm going to take my fragrance oils and I'm going to pour them in. And they have to be stirred for 2 minutes. And you want to stir slowly because you don't want to incorporate air into the wax or you'll have issues. Set that out of the way. Made myself up a little bottle of alcohol so that I can wipe out the jars and clean them and make sure that they're good, and so that the wick stickers will adhere. Wonder what this is going to be like. I'm excited for this. I'm eager to see how they look, how the finished product looks, and yeah. This is, I had an online soap business. I think I've mentioned in another video. It was called Dreadfully Clean Bars because I had dreadlocks for 8 years. And so I had an online shampoo bar business on Etsy for a few years. But when we moved here, I didn't have a dedicated place to make soap anymore. And I didn't want to make it in the house with animals because I had dropped 1 grain of lye on the top of my foot one afternoon. It felt like somebody put a cigarette out on me, and so I don't want to have lye in the house with animals. All right, so it's been 2 minutes that's been stirred. Now I have to wait for the temperature to go down to 135 before I pour it. Let's see what we went to here. So it's 175 now, so it's already dropped 10 degrees. I'm laughing because I'm having to talk and I'm having to stir and I'm having to think and I'm having to time, and I feel a little bit awkward because all of that, and I'm doing it on camera. So I'm just laughing because I'm feeling a little shaky about it all, but that's all right. That's what life is for, is to stretch and grow and find ways to expand. Expand yourself, expand your horizons, expand your personality. You know, I should have put a little Jupiter oil. Should have put a little Jupiter oil behind both ears, because Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and Jupiter oil is one of my favorite scents, and I love wearing it. It's it can be considered a little witchy, but it's a very beautiful oil. It's very protective, and it just smells divine. So, all right, I'll come back to you when the temperature is right, and we'll get started. So, why test your candles, you may ask? It's very important to test your candles because there are 4 main ingredients. There's your jar, there's your wick, there's your wax, and there's your fragrance oil. So if you change any one of those items, you have to retest. There are, I believe it's ANSI, A-N-S-I, and it is a safety standard that you have to follow as a candle maker. And all of those things, I write extensive notes about the flame, about the burn time, about the wax pool, which is the melt pool across the top, if it hangs up on the sides, which again means that it's underwicked. There's a lot of different things that you have to test and test and test again. And if you change one thing, if you change a wick size, you have to remake the candle and test it all over again. If you change the fragrance oil, you have to make some candles and test those, because sometimes the fragrance oil can hang up in the wick. Sometimes your wick's too big, or your wick's too small, or the fragrance oil's too thick, or you know, your jar's wider than the wick, which doesn't create the good melt pool. Oh, my UPS person's here. Give me a moment. All right, here we go. We got it down to temperature. Hopefully we're gonna get this done the way it's supposed to be. All right, pour the wax into this dispenser. Let me see what I'm doing here. May or may not have measured this correctly. As I said before, math is not my strong suit. Okay, so I'm gonna leave those there. And I'm gonna pour some of these little ones and see how these go. I don't even know, I can't even tell if you can see this or not. Oh, there we go. Okay, you can see there. Sorry, you guys. This is too many moving parts for my tiny little brain. Oops. I got that one too full. Oh well. Yep, I didn't measure my wax correctly. So I'm going to take this paper towel and this other paper towel, and I'm going to wipe this out really fast. Set it over here, out of the way. Okay, let's see how we go. I want at least one of these with the regular wick to try. And that is all she wrote. It's not a full pour, but that's okay. I got 4 of these. I got to work on my math skills. These are all, and I got the UPS lady just came and brought me this container, which I promptly set down because it looks more like a snack container. Then I couldn't find it. But these are the pieces. The wicks go inside, and they fit several different kinds of jars, and they're heavy, so they're not flopping all over, because this is what I had, and these are horrible. They bounce all over the place, and they don't really keep things in one place. So yeah, I need to melt some more wax and figure some stuff out here. Give me a second here and I'll show you what I got going on. All right, so these are my candles. These are the wood wicks, those 2 there. This one didn't get filled because I didn't didn't do good math, but that's all right. And then I got these little ones here. And I got 4 of those. So those are good for my test group. And the UPS lady just came in and said to me she will take 4 of them. These are coffee scented, and she said she would take 4 of these coffee scented candles. So that's pretty doggone exciting for me. Let's see, I've got all the stuff from my soap making. So I'm going to pull some wax out of there with this pipette, put it into this jar. I'll show you what I'm doing, because I overfilled it. And I can do a couple of more pulls on that one to get them, as I blow a bunch of air in it. Good job. Good job. Okay. Again, this is my second time. I will get better. I will be more accurate. I will get my math skills dialed down. You know, it's like a little bit of performance anxiety when you start to do something like this. And that's always been my issue is with math, is performance anxiety. My dad he could add, subtract, multiply, divide, big columns of numbers, and I could not. And I literally got to the point as I became an adult, if somebody asked me to do math, I would almost burst into tears. It was traumatic for me because I just struggled with math. It's ADHD and autism. I could learn a concept one day in class. Ooh, I got the camera the wrong way. Oh well. I could learn a concept one day in class and then go the next day and have zero idea what I did to get the answer. And that frustrated me. If I didn't have each step written down, I couldn't do it. So I'm gonna have to work on my skills, but once I get my recipes honed, everything's gonna be wonderful. And here I am back in the right direction. Too many moving parts, oh my God. But anyway, if you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I appreciate that you stuck around to see the crazy that I'm getting up to. This is gonna be good. My UPS driver told me that she knows people that make candles and they don't do the testing and the note taking and the exact this, that, and the other that I'm doing here, and she's really excited for me. So with that, I'm going to end this video, and I just want to say thank you for coming along. If you enjoyed this, I would appreciate it if you subscribe. I have 42 subscribers. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that. And like, comment, send me some love. I'm not asking for money. Nothing costs you anything on this channel other than a little bit of attention. And so with that, I'm gonna say ciao for now.